Yo, welcome back to Containing Luxury. On this episode, we're gonna be touring a container in the wild. Let's get started. Okay, so this is actually a container that we delivered in the wild. We are on a farm in an undisclosed location. And what's cool is this is a completely off-grid property. But this client wanted one delivered to an area where we had no utilities. We had only a water connection from a well and EMP protection, pretty much everything that you could need if you wanted to make sure that this was your escape pad. And we dropped it out here on his farm. We've got a little pond out here. Everything's super flooded. We just had crazy rainstorms out here, so everything's pretty muddy and it's a little rough, but that's cool because you kind of get to see like how durable these things are, and you can literally just tuck them away in the woods. And you kind of get the idea of what it looks like when you come back after a bad storm, and this is what it looks like. So, but this one's really cool. We've got 2,400 watts of solar up on the roof, and that's paired with a battery bank that has approximately 900 amp hours of storage. And then we have, currently running off of that right now, and he's got about 60% left on the batteries from through the night. We're producing virtually no solar right now because it's been super overcast, it's been storming really bad, but that's still currently running. His refrigerator in there, and I just looked, the mini split is at 78 degrees. So air conditioning's been running all night. It's probably about like mid 80s outside right now. So we know air conditioning's been going, that fridge compressor's been going, and we're still producing enough energy that somebody could be in there. Hot water heater's going. So we know that this is fully livable as long as you're conserving your energy and doing your cooking when you're producing energy. So we've designed a really cool solar system in this application. We have another one that we'll show you guys later at our shop. That was my personal 20-foot model that we built out, but it copied a lot of the stuff that we did for this client. So we could step up onto the deck here. It's super muddy. I don't want to track anything in. But he's got it all closed up right now for the storm that just came through. But you still kind of get an idea here. I can kick on some of the lights. That's the outside light. Yeah, there we go. So Ryan, check it out in there. Just go on and check it out, Ryan. Okay, so little mini house. You know, he's got all the shelving up here. We got an induction cooktop, and water heater's actually buried back in there. Full bathroom, composting toilet. So because he's off grid, got the composting toilet. And so all he needed for this entire thing was literally just a water connection to the hose bib outside. Everything else, he's composting his sewage, and we're producing our own solar. So as you can see up there, that thing's set to 78 degrees. It's nice and cool inside here. And those doors, the container doors open up, and that's, you know, nice window out there. But the bed layout here, this thing lifts up. All of our solar equipment's under here, and there's actually a couple of air vents hidden under there, so the solar equipment can breathe, doesn't overheat. But you can't even hear the inverter running right now. I mean, it's crazy to think that this thing's producing its own energy and everything is functional. You know, they've been cooking in here, making coffee. You know, the refrigerator's running right now. You can kind of see this thing's stocked with everything. It's pretty cool, you know? So these units right here with the solar off-grid package is about $57,000. And that's gonna be your composting toilet, all your solar equipment, pretty much everything you see except for furniture. You know, we don't include the refrigerator and we don't include the bedding, but everything else, pretty sweet, huh? Right? So we use these super high-end, really nice PGT impact-rated insulated sliding glass doors. So these are these window and doors we're talking about. I mean, look at these things. It's one finger to shut them. They just roll so nice. But these are the impact rated windows that we're talking about, which is, you can't even compare it to regular windows. These are meant to have a 2x4 launched directly at this glass, dead center, at 188 miles an hour, and it cannot penetrate through the glass. So these things are literally bulletproof to small arms fire. And then for the foundation here, even on the decking, we actually kind of copied the same thing. This is, it's really such a basic, it depends on, not every foundation is gonna work. It depends on where you are. So you need to know what kind of the soil density you have. He happened to be sitting on like a clay, so it was super hard to dig, but that's a great density. So it made up for a really good base. So for our 4 corner posts on the container, all we did was literally dug while we were delivering. We put some high strength concrete in a hole that we dug, poured it, mixed it, let it cure for a little bit, and then set it on these concrete deck bases. And then it's fastened to those things. And I mean, it hasn't settled at all. The thing's perfectly level. And then we had one of our guys as a side project come out and just build the deck for him. We don't offer any of that kind of stuff because obviously to keep manufacturing costs down, we cannot be doing site work. And we always recommend supporting your local contractors because that's how we got started. So we never offer anything other than getting the unit from point A to point B. All the rest of this kind of stuff is always going to be done either, you know, if you're local to us, maybe one of our guys from our factory will do it on the side. But we always recommend, you know, calling a local contractor, supporting the local small businesses, and have them come out and do all your site work, site prep, you know, all your little additions, all that kind of stuff. So it was cool that this client was willing to let us come out to his farm and see some of his big polar bears that he's got out here guarding it. And yeah, we're happy to see that this thing's functioning. They're liking it, and they've got a bunch of friends that want to add some as well. So if this is something you're interested in, make sure to either email sales@containingluxury.com, or there'll be a link in the description if you want to purchase one. And we do ship to all 50 states, but shipping can be expensive, so keep that in mind. Anything else? Hit in the comments, we'll try to answer it. Otherwise, Containing Luxury, we out.